This next young man sent me a video probably 15 years ago. It came with about 30 other videos. At the time, I just kind of find out what was out there, what kind of talent was out there. And so I would put a video in my recorder and I would press the play button and I'd watch for a few minutes. And then most of the time I'd just take the video out and set it aside. Nice people, nice kids all across the country, but nothing really special. I put this video in, and the next thing I know, I was just laying on the floor. I remember my wife came in, and she said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I have fallen, and I can't get up." She said, "Well, at least wipe your nose, for heaven's sake." Not only does this guy have a life of his own, he puts life in things that shouldn't have life at all. And through it all, he talks about a kind of life that lasts forever. Don't let me down here. Don't let my friend down. I want you to welcome Mr. Taylor Mason. Come on. There he is, Taylor Mason.
The Reverend. My goodness, let's get to know the audience. We're like family in here. We know each other. We've been together for about an hour. Let's face it, we are now family. So these are simple questions. Everybody can get involved. I don't care how old you are. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you're the oldest sibling in your family, applaud. Let me hear from the oldest. There they are. They always act like that. See, they're not arrogant with their applause. They were born first. They're very comfortable with where they are in life. They don't have to brag. They know what they are. They're born first, firstborn. Now listen to the tone. Listen to the difference. Youngest, may I hear from you, please?
Yay! Here I am! Here's the baby! Mom loves me the best! Who's the baby? I am! I'm the baby!
There's 70-year-old men in here. Here I am! I'm the baby! The ones born in the middle I never ask about, no one ever cared, and I don't want to bring that up on it. Oh, that's not fair. That is not fair. Middle kids, stick up for yourselves. Yeah. Good for you. You've been hurt. It's tough to be a middle kid in this world. It is. Amen, girl. I hear you. But look at you now. You're doing all right. Oh, wait a minute. I left out only children. Let me hear from the... 5 of them. Mom and Dad had me and stopped with perfection. I like to talk about family. It's a family. It's about my faith. It's about the way I live, the way I perceive things. It's about the way I grew up. I'm from a little town. I'm from the north. I'm from Grand Ridge, Illinois. Little tiny farming community, 800 people there. We have a radio station, a 2-watt radio operation in Grand Ridge. You guys call it a cell phone. For us, it's a radio station. They do a traffic report. 800 people in town, they do the traffic. They have a guy up on a grain elevator with a headset and a microphone. Dave, what's it look like? The light is red. Oh, thanks. And the country is why I don't like Halloween. I've never liked Halloween. One reason is our closest neighbor was Mrs. Hallett. Mrs. Hallett lived 1.1 miles away from our house. Halloween was the longest night of the year. You'd walk for a mile, get an M&M, walk home. Happy Halloween. What a stupid holiday that is. I grew up with my grandmother, God rest her soul, Mildred Mason, a great farm country woman, brought me to Jesus, taught me everything. I mean, she was it to me. My grandmother's favorite TV shows, Lawrence Welk, professional wrestling, NASCAR. My grandma says they named NASCAR like this. 2 guys were looking at a race car. One said, "Oh, NASCAR." That's it. Oh, you're a good crowd. You guys are a good crowd. Then let's do some grandma jokes. I'll tell you what, my grandma loved professional wrestling. I came home one day from planting or threshing or something. She's passed out on the couch. She's oblivious, but the TV is on, jacked all the way up, and some guy's on there. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. These wrestlers, all style over substance. If you're a wrestling fan, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's style over substance. I'll tell you what am I gonna do. I will tell you. You listen to me. I will tell you what I'm gonna do. As soon as I remember it, I will tell you then. I don't want to watch this. I pick up the remote, hit the mute button. Now he's muted. The word mute's right there on the TV screen. Grandma wakes up, sees the word, sees the guy, and she goes, he's trying so hard. I bought her a computer. Before she passed away, I bought her a computer. I wanted to keep in touch. I travel a lot. Grandma, I'm going away. I bought you this computer. Oh, I'm going to send you some things. Good. So I'm gone a month. She finally goes over and clicks it on. It's a nice little laptop. She hits the clicker, the mouse. AOL comes up. You've got mail. Oh. She walks out the door, down to the mailbox. Country is different than city. Country and city are different. In the country, your stud bull has a ring in his nose. In the city, people do. It's a whole different world. You can't get away with anything in the city. I mean, I live in New Jersey now. I paved my way into heaven by moving my wife within 2 minutes of her mother. So I live in New Jersey, the only state in America where we use air freshener outdoors. That's where we live now. We're in the city. We're not too far from New York. And we had a cold winter. We had a cold winter. It was cold. I bought my wife a fur coat. It wasn't a great fur coat. I got her a fur coat. And this woman attacks us in front of a restaurant. Do you know that an animal had to die? An animal died for that. Did you know that? She's looking at me. I go, yeah, I know it. I thought I had eliminated all the witnesses. She ran away. That thing stays with you your whole life. When I was a little kid, my favorite television program ever, Wizard of Oz. And this is back in the Stone Age. This is in the Paleolithic era, okay, before cable. Every Sunday night after Thanksgiving, The Wizard of Oz comes on TV, and the entire country would tune in and watch The Wizard of Oz. I loved The Wizard of Oz. Now, my grandmother purchased the book for me, The Wizard of Oz, written in 1919 by Frank L. Baum. The book is nothing like the movie. In the book, there is no guy, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. That guy doesn't exist. In the book, the guy rules the Emerald City with a slot-jaw, wooden-headed ventriloquist puppet. When I read that, I thought, yes. And here's why. I was picked on a lot as a kid. Picked on, look at me. I do not look like showbiz. Take a good look. I've got a face, no matter where I am, it looks like I work there. It's not a joke, thank you very much. I came home one day when I was a kid. Grandma, they're picking on me at school. I'm short, I'm fat, I got a round head, and I speak with a lisp. She said, you need a skill those kids will respect you for. And she taught me how to sew. I became a sewing, lisping, fat, round-headed little kid.